Positioning is good.
Okay, nice little bit of poke coming out from FBI. TP coming in. Rift Herald summoned up. Looks like we might get a Combat Herald on this one as the Weaver's Wall. Nice use there from Faker. River still looking for the opportunity to try to go in and steal. Quid off on the bottom side. Rest 100 Thieves going in after the Drake. They're going to steal it away. Carry is about to die to Quid. He falls. Quid takes the kill as the rest of T1 scrambles to try to fight. Solar Flare's not going to find much. Owner takes more damage from FBI. Faker looks to fire back and FBI is going to be caught by the seismic shove. Owner takes the kill on that one. 100 Thieves in full retreat. Doran on the chase, but he's already lost the Dominus. Stridebreaker on Ayla. Owner goes in for a double kill. T1 take the fight and they aren't done yet. Quid tries to escape. Owner wants win becomes lightning, but he can't quite make it strike. He jumps in anyway as Quid wants to sidestep the seismic shove, but he's still taking a ton of damage. 100 Thieves has overstayed their welcome, and Quid cannot use his Kingslayer in time. T1 may lose the Drake, but they'll take 3 kills. They'll take the mid lane turret, and they'll take the lead. The wall. River has been winning the smite fights here so far in this game. 100 Thieves looking to peel away now as Ayla charges in for the headbutt pull, but it's not going to connect. Ayla now going to be the target here with the redemption coming down, but Carry is first to die. River! 100 Thieves already have the first kill. River's going to the back line. He wants Faker and Guma. T1's killed River, but what about the rest of the fight? Quid into the back. Faker staying alive, trying to kite him out. Doka with a little bit more damage, but he's down. 100 Thieves overstep, and T1 have been the best team in the world. Involved. Quid going after Doran here, going to allow the taunt to expire. River ready to join up. Yes, Doran is very tanky against Magio damage, and he failed the flash over the wall. The Galio now with the hero's exit to get away to a nearby ally, but Quid tries to follow here with a Shuriken flip. He goes in for the perfect execution. He's trying to still find the kill. Doran dies, and Quid's got the fancy feet to guarantee it. Owner wants to get away, but a flash 5-point strike hits all 5. Quid dies to the shockwave in retaliation, but it's a 2-for-1 for 100.
That River really wanted to finish a second item, so he does do that, but then you're allowing them the free soul point, and now they're going to engage.
Yeah, now it's a ton of damage back onto River. The shield cannot protect him in time. Quid wants threat onto Gumayusi, but he doesn't have enough. Pop Blossom's not going to stop him. Ayla into the middle of everybody here with a Magnet Storm. Carrier might just die to Quid, but FBI's already been executed by Owner. Ayla's next to fall. Double kill over to Gumayusi. Carrier dies, but it's so many dead on 100 Thieves in trade. Only Quid and Dokla are still alive as Quid tries to escape into the enemy jungle. Owner's got an eye on him here with the sweeper. Quid still trying to get out, but Faker's shockwave will seal his fate.
Teos, does pick up the null magic mantle here. Honestly, I would have preferred to see him just go lifesteal, just go Bloodthirster. You're not getting 100 to 0. It's about the chip. You need to be able to heal back up to be able to stay active in these fights. BLG 2-minning the Baron right now, but Vawal taking space. Knight looking over the wall.
Vawal here in the front line. Knight looking at the back line. Desamas goes in for the Cyclone, knocks up a couple of them. Elk and on off to the side as Vawal goes in after Bin. Tries to go all out, but it's Vawal in the middle of 3 different people. He's going to be locked up here with a Tempered Fate to buy him a little bit of extra time. Azon's going to be taken down by the rest of BKS off to the left here at the same time. Elk takes Trimby out of the picture as Vawal finally dies. BLG find a 2-for-1 so far. Knight jumps over the wall. Miru fighting back. He throws another rock. Miru is low. Bin wants to go in. It's double golden statues. Bin is about to die. Knight is about to go with them. Morteos gets back over the wall as Elk takes him out. As now he has to try to get away. Desamas with one last auto attack. There are 8 dead bodies on Summoner's Rift. Hey about that one, but again, it's nothing that's going to change the game. Quid goes into the middle of everybody. He's shielded up with his Injao ulti. Into the back line goes Dokla. Carry is under threat, but Dokla doesn't have the damage. He's going to be knocked into the resurrection here for the Guardian Angel. Quid has to keep making a little bit more space as Dokla tries to retreat. Gumayusi goes in, and Dokla is down. T1 managed to survive the dive. They outplay 100 Thieves. Elder Dragon targeted by T1. They've got a 5v4. Quid's only at 40% HP. Ayla focused down. He's dead immediately. T1 have their first kill. Quid wants to take carry, but it's not going to matter because Doran's already killed FBI. T1 on the victory push. Doran goes over the wall, and Quid has to flash away from Solar Flare. River and Quid in full retreat. T1 in hot pursuit. River trying to juke with a bit of a clone prank, but it's not going to work well enough. Quid is already dead. Faker has cut off River's escape. It will not matter that he has Guardian Angel because the Angels are not listening. T1 will stop 100 Thieves' chances dead in their tracks. It's a 5-for-0 delayed ace. Dokla's back to life, but the inhibitor is first to fall, and it's only a sign of things immediately to come. The Nexus turrets will melt. 100 Thieves fought hard, but T1 is T1, and they are not gonna fall in this first game. 24-16, they'll take game one.
Can just play mid. They're just going to actually knock down this tower here. So yes, they will lose the Herald, but here comes River.
River jumps in, Gumayusi immediately into the ulti. River tries to follow him, but the hero's entrance locks up the enemy jungler, and T1 takes the first turret. They take a kill, and now Quid is trying to come in to take revenge. Owner is your first target. He's down to 200 HP. He tries to get away with the perfect execution, lives up to the name. Quid gets it done. Nicely played there from 100.
Much left to continue the fight, so they turn their attention on. And again, they brought their bot lane up, and this is a nice sign from the side of BLG as they now want to try and get Elk and On invested in a dive.
Yep, they're summoning up the Herald here immediately. Boal trying to get away. The Pop Blossom catches a Mega Inferno bomb from downtown. Means Knight's the one taking the kill credit, and Miru and Trimby have no choice but a full retreat. The Herald's going to be driven into the tier 2, but immediately On's going to be shuffled back towards it. Has to flash away in response.
This is great play from BLG, and he's going to stop his recall again.
Yeah, Miru's not even going to be able to participate in the fight at all. It's going to take him so long to get back and heal and then try to teleport in, as Knight is just trying to keep everybody on VKS away. The Otacon down to 3,000 HP. On playing defensive here with the Pop Blossom, just trying to create enough space. Thornbound Otacon secured. Boal dives into the BLG front line as they root up Bin, but they do not have the damage to try to kill him. The bouncing bomb barely missing out on Trimby as Miru's going to be the first to die. There's no way out for the Emperor. There's no way through for VKS.
Enough to dissuade VKS. We talked a little bit about these range opportunities on both sides, but now that the Ziggs is fully online, he is just melting anytime VKS try to approach. And again, we're seeing it here On assisting with that poke.
Samus in the pit, he wants to go in for the steal, but he does not find that. He's immediately killed by the jump from the Trundle. On is about to die, and Miru takes him out, but Boal cannot kill Elk. BLG are gonna get everybody here as Miru and Morteos cannot get away. Elk will not be found. It's a double kill for the Kai'Sa. It's black and white screens for everybody on VKS. Another 90 seconds, and gentlemen, they're already at plus 6,600 gold on this one. This one's looking like the end of the game as Boal cannot do anything to try to protect the tier 3 here in the bottom lane. Bin split pushing in mid lane. Top lane inhibitor is already exposed. Remember, in the bottom lane inhibitor is first to fall. The 4-man squad on BLG continues pushing bottom as Trimby's got to be careful. Shadow and a little bit of poke behind him takes Trimby down below half HP immediately. Another bouncing bomb is going to take care of the last tier 3 turret at the same time. That one's gone. Inhibitor about to follow here in mid, and now Bin, if he wants to, can just try to walk up to the top side, take out that third and final inhibitor. But with Knight and Bin right there beside Elk, it's far easier said than done. BLG looking for inhibitor 3. They will find it very, very easily. And now VKS stuck inside their base, double super minions in every lane.
Heavy underdogs, you need to be able to be aggressive. You need to be able to get advantageous matchups, push the pace. Trimby's in trouble.
Yeah, Trimby with a killer instinct from Elk, threatening his life. Does stay alive for now, but the Mega Inferno Bomb will remedy that real fast. Miru tries to finish the job, but the only thing finished is his time on Summoner's Rift. 50-second death timer here for the mid laner from VKS as a 5v3 for BLG is looking like the end of this game. Shadow throws out the pillar, Chains of Corruption, Pop Blossom on 3. Ben gets the kill, Morteos is already down. Samus trying to fight back, but he can't even kill On. Boal stuck on the steps of the fountain, watching the last remnants of his base get destroyed. BLG bulldoze game 1. Trimby, Morteos, and Samus all around. Even levels here for everybody except +1 level for the AD carry roll on VKS as now Miru's ready to ride the wall straight in. Shadow under pressure a little bit here. They want to kill the BLG jungler, but it's first blood over to Knight instead. Samus has to try to get away. Bin arrives with a teleport, and the equalizer lays out the red carpet. Samus is welcomed straight to the spawn platform. One more auto attack takes him down. BLG have already secured 2. Shadow getting away just barely. Trimby with a flash in to finish off the kill, and he gets back through a magical journey over the wall to stay alive himself. So VKS get one back, but BLG wins the fight at the cost of Bin's teleport.
Jungle support duo, to me that was kind of the biggest difference in the last game, how they played together. They're TPing in Miru. They're going to see if they can do something.
Yeah, looks like Disamas has to try to get all the way out here. Defensive Cyclone wants to re-engage there onto Shadow. Seismic shove collides with On. He's down to about 20% HP, and On's turned off. Nice moves from VKS, fighting him off to secure the feat of warfare.
Get themselves 3 kills, but PLG's not done yet.
Yeah, Shadow wants to step forward, but he's chunked to half HP. Trimby continuing to get away as Miru rides the Weaver's wall in, but it knocks Shadow onto the wrong side, so he's still safe, and now Miru's gonna be your target. Just completely exploded, but still alive for an extra second. Knight takes him out with the Sigil of Malice. It's a double kill now as Disamas falls too. The LeBlanc is getting fed, and VKS needs to run. Ben's here to cook him up. Triple kill over to Knight. Pretty dire out here for the side of VKS. Knight is still the vast majority of his team's gold lead, however, so if they can kill him, it will be huge. Knight now in some danger, down to 10% HP. Bawal misses the third in Tofo strike as Miru rides the wall forward. Trimby is waiting. They give the shutdown over to Bawal, and Knight, playing too far into the faces of VKS, gets punished. The gold lead now down below 1,000, but VKS has overstayed. BLG's reinforcements arrive, and Trimby is immediately destroyed. Shadow sidesteps away from the seismic shove. Miru now in a little bit of danger. He no longer has the unraveled earth. Shadow defending himself with the ulti for now. Disamas spinning into the back line. Shadow is already down. VKS coming to life as Elk is grounded, and Miru takes a triple kill to tie up the goal. And VKS just navigated the dragon fight better. Disamas also had a very large purchase when he went back. Sadly, not enough to complete his second full item, so still an advantage there for BLG and for Shadow.
But notice the moment that Bawal arrives, just as Azael was saying, space gathered. He is just a man that is not afraid to face check this LeBlanc. He tanks up all the damage. They pop the ult.
Okay, they're on the hunt. BLG have to try to disengage this now, as immediately they seismic shove Shadow back. Disamas going in for the Cyclone. They want to look after Elk. Shadow has to flash away. Redemption coming in for the side of VKS. Nobody dead on BLG. Miru throws himself into the back line, but Disamas is already down. Knight with an assassination. VKS, they took out the enemy Rumble, but they lost their jungler, so there's no chance to go for the Otacon. Deciding they want the objective. They've already got it down to 1/3 HP. I think 100 Thieves might be a little bit late to the party. Nice Weaver's wall coming out from Faker. River wants to go in and try to steal it away. He got it! 100 Thieves steal the objective, but what about the fight? T1's already taken out the enemy jungler. Ayla might be next to fall. Gumayusi gets the kill, and Dokla's next on the chopping block. T1, they lose the objective, but again, they get 3 kills instead.
Instantly, off of that great engage from Dokla, but T1 forcing the objective once again. They start up the dragon, but 100 Thieves reclaiming space in the area. Quid's looking to steal a good ult.
T1, 2-1 in Drake so far. Dragon down to half HP. 100 Thieves on the approach. The Weaver's wall has been separated. Quid in the middle of everybody. Xinjiao ulti stolen. Quid gonna be focused here for now, but he's still staying alive in the moment. Keria taken down to about nothing. Dokla! Back line. He wants Gumayusi, but he can't find him. FBI's under pressure, but he stays alive as well. Both top laners out of the picture. Dragon, 3k HP. Redemption coming in for 100 Thieves as Owner tries to jump forward. Now he's gonna be your target. River's next to fall. The Drake goes over to T1. Quid jumps back over the wall. He wants the abduct, and he's lucky he didn't get it. Owner of 1 HP, a double kill of Gumayusi, a piercing arrow over the wall from FBI. There are dead bodies in both jerseys all over the Dragon Pit, and now Faker is looking for more. He wants another rock here onto FBI, onto Ayla. His seismic shove will not hit. Gumayusi coming around to try to help him. Ayla's next to fall. It's a 4 for 2 plus Drake for T1.
But they need that assistance. It can't be a solo mission from Dokla. Ayla's looking for an engage.
Yeah, Ayla knocks Owner up into the air. Defensive Xinjiao ulti to keep Owner protected. Dokla dives in for the public execution. Owner's going to take a ton of burst, and he drops first. Carry is next to go if he's not careful. Doran's to the back of 100 Thieves, and they scramble defensively. Doran's next to Baron.
They go Baron!
The line on T1 is down as Baron spawns onto Summoner's Rift. 100 Thieves have 5v3, and T1 wants nothing to do with Baron.
They gotta give it up. What an engage from Ayla there as 100 Thieves finds Owner right before.
Yet to die in this game. This Corki is a monstrous Quid. He face checks.
Yeah, Quid face checking right into the brush. He's going to get punished here. Remember, he still has the arm guard, but the chain CC. Quid's alive, but only at 50 health. The Silas is the target, and T1 has already found him. Carry is going to be focused down by 100 Thieves. Gumayusi under pressure from River, but T1's already found a double for Owner. Gumayusi low. Dokla needs to get the kill, and he finds Gumayusi. Dokla flashes back over the wall. Faker wants to take him out, but he doesn't have the damage. FBI gets a double as Owner falls. Dokla looking looking to cut off Faker's escape here. The teleport coming in on top of the wave. Faker's got to be aware of this, pathing through the jungle, making sure he stays safe.
They've done it. Instacart Priceless Moment will cement another soul for T1. 13 kills to 12. 100 Thieves have fought valiantly, but now they have to keep their base alive as T1 set the siege.
Where the T1 members on that bottom side are able to push in here. Keria is there.
All right, first inhibitor turret already down. Into the back line goes River, but into the front line goes Keria. Pop Blossom. FBI's already down, and Ayla's going to follow. River dies in the back line of T1. It's 4 dead already, and with only Quid alive, T1 is ready to end this game. The Shockwave will not find the Akali. Quid will waste as much time as he can, but it will not matter. 100 Thieves left it all on the Rift in their final series of League of Legends, but the winningest team in the history of the game will not be stopped here. T1, move on!